Hello and welcome to Tommy Surfs. Today we're going to be doing a sessions vlog, and I know these aren't the most exciting videos, but I am probably not going to be reviewing any boards unless I can get my hands on them for free, because I am completely negative in terms of a surf budget. So rather, I'm just going to talk about, some good sessions that I had, and maybe to be productive, I'll also speak to some techniques or something that would help out a beginner or intermediate watching the video. This particular day was small, and as you can tell, it's a little warbly, and I think we were approaching high tide, so it was getting a little bouncy. But the reason I think I'm doing pretty well is because of the board. I'm on the Firewire Mashup, which is a 5'4", 27.1 liters, and the board is just such a comfortable board that even though I hadn't surfed this in 2 months because I was doing the Hypto Crypto review and surfing other equipment and testing other equipment, this board literally took zero time to get used to. From my first wave, it just felt like I never got off it. And it is still the fastest board, and paired up with the NVS Taylor Knox twin fin and a stabilizer, it is the best combo, best board I've ever surfed. Now, here I set out to learn how to do a backside 360, and as you can tell from the video, I think I had too much lateral speed, and in fact when I started the turn, I think I was too high up on the wave because the wave just ended up passing me up. So I should have probably done it mid-face. I think what I want to highlight in this video is going to be extensions. So you'll see me when I get up on a lot of these waves, I'll extend my upper body and arms, kind of throwing them up in the air. So when I'm standing up, I'm going from a compressed state, and I'm going to use the part of standing up on the wave as my first extension. So up, and then you'll see me throw my upper body up and then push with my lower body like I'm doing like a box jump, right, like a vertical jump. Here you'll see me pop up really quick as I got up, and I'll show it again. Look how fast I get to the top of the wave. Boom, right there. Okay, and if I slow it up, you'll see me, I'm already angled, and what I'm trying to do is put a great deal of toe side pressure, and I'll throw my arms up, extend with my body, and basically unweighting is what it's ultimately doing. So again, here I throw my arms up, and I'm kind of kicking, almost jumping with about, I would say, 60% of my weight, 60 to 70% of my weight on my back leg, and some weight on my front leg. So it's good if you go back to my second speed generation about the heel lift, which is toe side pressure. I don't do that as much as I want to. I do know, and I notice a difference when I do that. So think about it like this. You can only extend so much with your legs, but if you include now your toes, you're going to get that extra 3 or 4 inches of lift, right, or extension. And so that helps. But again, a lot of these waves, you'll notice that as soon as I get up, I am throwing my upper body up, right? And it's usually front side. One of the things I do have to work on my backhand is kind of the same thing. And there was my second 360 attempt on my backhand. So I'm working on it, and I will get it. So one thing about all these waves, this is one session. I can't remember how long of a session this was. I think it was pretty long. And it just happened to be a decent glassy day that the winds kind of stayed down. So lucky in that way, but again, just having not surfed my mashup and then hopping on, and I think I'm surfing pretty well. I switch a lot of boards a lot of times, so it's really hard to get used to one. And some boards don't require that, and this has been one of these boards that are just kind of magic. And I actually wrote to Firewire, and I asked them if they would consider making one of these in black. That way I can just put it on ice and I don't ever have to worry about it yellowing, and I think black boards kind of look cool, except for the fact that you look like a seal. But yeah, it was a pretty decent day. This one I was a little sad, but I don't know if you saw that bounce, and that just kind of kicked me off the wave. Yeah, all these waves are really nice. So again, you'll see, if you rewind, just kind of look and pay attention to the extension that I'm doing with my body and lifting and unweighting with my arms. Okay. A funny thing, when you look at the waves, just based on the wind and the texture, you can tell we're nearing the end of my session. All in all, I thought it was a great session, especially not having surfed this board in, like I said, like felt like 2 months. Could have been longer. Yeah, I think this one here is my favorite wave. I kind of floater this little foamy section, and then I had one good turn here, and then I end it with like a little tail kick, boom. So yeah, that was my favorite wave of the day. All in all, I think I caught like 40 plus waves. I want to say I caught close to 50, and they were mostly decent. At least I got one turn minimum on a lot of them, and then 2 to 3 turns on some of them. So yeah, you don't get too many of these days where it kind of stays smooth like this. Usually it gets really bad. But well, this was a a sessions vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it wasn't too boring. One thing I do want to mention, if you guys want to support the channel, maybe I should have said this at the beginning of the video. If you want to support the channel, please, there is a opportunity to donate. I think there's a link right underneath the video. But more passively, if you want to support, if you ever watch one of my videos and it's not that interesting, please just let it run. Maybe open up another browser and do other web, browsing and YouTube watching, but let it run, because the longer you watch the video, it changes the algorithm to put it in front of more people, because it, I guess, considers it more interesting. So to passively support, just let the videos run, and please watch them from beginning to end. If you're listening to this, you already do that, so I thank you for that, and I'll try to remember to add that portion to the beginning of the video. All right, so thanks, like, subscribe, and see you next time.